There are 45 minutes left. Archangel Michael wants to tell you a very important secret. My dear, be careful. You have good intentions. You trust and love the people around you. Be careful of someone who may take advantage of your generosity. Jesus Christ, who sees things you don't see, has sent you this important message. He cares about you. He wants you to be safe from being taken advantage of. He wants to provide you with clarity and direction that it's wonderful that you've been acting so innocently. Putting your faith in the kindness of others around you and trusting them completely, the compassion and love of Jesus shine through in your heart. Just as Jesus did. You contribute without expecting anything in return. On the other hand, keep in mind being innocent is both a strength and a vulnerability. There will be moments when your kindness attracts the wrong kind of people who will take advantage of you. The point is not to scare you. To make you aware of something, Jesus wants to protect you from what you may miss. Listen closely. He wants you to be alert and careful. Be aware of what's going on around you. Jesus is leading and supporting you. This message has the power to change your life. Listen carefully. Jesus understands your heart, that he knows your willingness to forgive, your desire to serve others, your desire to be kind. He knows your heart is open to seeing the good in everyone. You offer your help without hesitation because your heart is true. But there is something Jesus wants to show you that you may not be aware of. My dear friend, someone you care about has been taking advantage of your generosity, trust, kindness to further their own goals. It's important to recognize. It's hard to accept. Consider the person. Jesus sees the good in everyone. You offer things to others without hesitation because you are a kind person. There is something that Jesus wants to show you that you may not know. My dear friend, someone you care about has been using your generosity, trust, kindness to achieve their own goals. It's important to recognize this. It's hard to accept. Think about the person sitting next to you. It could be a loved one you've confided in. Even someone you've shared your deepest secrets with. They may seem kind and encouraging at first. There is another side to their character. This person has been taking advantage of your generosity since you've invested so much in this friendship. They have been taking advantage of your kindness for their own benefit. Jesus knows everything. He knows when someone is not being genuine. He knows when someone is taking advantage of your kindness. He wants you to be smart. Open your eyes and see what's happening. You offer things to others without hesitation because you are a good person. You don't know everything. Jesus wants to show you something. Someone you care about is using your generosity, trust, kindness to do bad things. It's important to recognize this. It's hard to accept. Consider the person. They don't show any real concern for you. Jesus knows everything. Even if you don't pay attention. He knows what's really happening. You may have been feeling tired or uneasy recently. You haven't been able to pinpoint why. Perhaps you've seen subtle clues. Like an unfulfilled promise or a lie. You've ignored them because you are under the impression that Jesus wants you to be aware of the good in everyone. You offer things to others without hesitation because you are a kind and generous person. But there is something you may not know. Someone you care about has been taking advantage of your generosity, trust, kindness to achieve their own goals. It's important to recognize this. It's hard to accept. Think about the person. Wouldn't they intentionally deceive you? Actually, this individual has been exploiting you. Jesus wants to protect you from any harm they may cause. There's no need to let this person take advantage of your kindness any longer. Jesus wants you to be smart. Open your eyes and recognize it. Jesus tells his followers to have the wisdom of serpents and the innocence of doves in Matthew 10 verse 16. It's important to maintain a balanced perspective. Being knowledgeable is essential. Being caring and nice are equally important. Keep your emotions in check. Stay calm. Protect your life from anyone who might try to harm you. Have faith in Jesus. He will guide you to safety. Strength. Knowledge. Even though he doesn't want you to always be anxious, he emphasizes the importance of being vigilant. If you suspect that someone close to you is taking advantage of you, there are signs to look for. He wants you to be secure. Jesus wants to show you something. My dear friend, you may not know it. Someone you care about is taking advantage of your generosity, trust, kindness to achieve their own goals. It's important to recognize this. It's hard to accept. Think about the person. Keep your heart open and love carefully. It is crucial to keep the following points in mind. Consider the amount you provide compared to the amount you receive if you feel that the connection is unfair. Are you the one who consistently puts in the most effort? Whether in terms of time, emotions, energy, resources. If you're the kind of person who's always willing to give, even when it goes against what Jesus says about love, then there are red flags to consider. Second, think about if they only ask for help when they're in a bind. Do they only seek your assistance when they are in need of material or emotional resources? However, they mysteriously vanish just when you need help. Supporting one another always, not just when it's convenient, is the essence of a genuine relationship. Jesus commands us to support one another. Be wary of those who are just there for themselves. They may be trying to take advantage of you. Keep an eye on how you feel after a time spent. Jesus wants you to be aware of the following. Some people take advantage of your generosity, trust, kindness to achieve their own goals. These people may try to upset you or make you feel guilty for things that aren't your fault. These people may try to make you look bad all the time. Some people dominate others by manipulating them, which may be difficult to see. Jesus wants you to live according to the truth, not to appease other people. Do they tell you the truth or do they try to cover it up? Is information that you should know withheld from you? If someone is dishonest, it shows a lack of integrity. Jesus wants you to have honest, open relationships. As he said, the truth will set you free. John 8 verse 32. How do you feel after spending time with this person? Do you feel exhausted? Empty? Like you've lost a part of yourself? If you have a real friend who is concerned about you, you will feel supported and valued. They may take more from you than they should if you feel tired or like you're not as happy as you used to be. In Matthew 11 verse 30, Jesus said that his load is light. So, if you feel tired when you're with them, it may be because they are taking a lot of your energy. It's hard to realize that a loved one may be using you. Why would they do that? Sometimes, something can surprise you. The problems they have are often the reason they do bad things. People who take advantage of others are usually dealing with their own problems and don't realize how bad they are. But that doesn't make what they do okay. Jesus cares about their problems and loves them as much as he loves you. He doesn't want their sins to hurt you. Here are a few reasons why someone might do this. Feeling alone can be too much for them. When other people aren't there for them. Some people might need them. They don't want to let you go because they are afraid of being alone. You might be alone. They don't know how strong you are. They might be dealing with money problems. Some people, when they are struggling financially, might depend on you to fix their problems instead of trying to improve their situation on their own. They might be dealing with ego. Some people just don't have the ability to love and care for others. They put themselves first while ignoring your needs and taking from you without offering anything in return. Whatever the case may be, the fact remains that their behaviors lack genuine affection. Beyond your wildest imagination. Jesus loves you so much. He will do everything he can to protect you from harm. He encourages you to love and be kind to others. He also tells you to protect your own heart. In Proverbs 4 verse 23, he says that we should protect our hearts because they are the source of all good things. Jesus is both your guide and your protection. He is your guide and your protection as he walks the road with you as your shepherd. He knows exactly what you're going through and is there for you every step of the way to provide advice and encouragement. It's vital to understand that having boundaries in your relationships is not just acceptable. Necessary. Boundaries act as a form of self. He will always protect you. He wants you to love and be nice to others. He also wants you to protect your heart. Your heart is the source of all good things. Jesus is your guide and your protection. He protects and cares for you and the people around you. You can set limits. This creates a setting where real connections based on kindness and consideration can flourish. Many people think that being selfish is a part of setting limits. This is not true. It is a kind and smart way to protect the gift of your heart that Jesus has given to you. Remember that Jesus is with you at all times as you go through life's relationships. He encourages you to love more deeply and to take steps towards wisdom. Pray for insight and understanding when you are unsure of what to do or when you are feeling uncomfortable. Jesus wants you to know when something doesn't feel right. If you want to know what the reality is, you should seek him for direction. It's crucial to recognize that there are instances when we may not have a complete view. After all, the adversary often tries to plant seeds of uncertainty and confusion. The truth will be shown to you by Jesus, who is the light of the world. John 8 verse 12. Have faith that he will make everything clear to you so that you may face your challenges with poise and assurance. Take solace in the fact that there are others who understand, love, respect. Healthy limits are the way that Jesus will lead you. He is with you always. Seek insight without hesitation. Jesus is prepared. He will guide you and protect you. It's important to set boundaries. Luke 5 verse 16 shows that Jesus, despite his compassion for all people, knew the need of solitude. He often withdrew to pray and refuel. He knew that in order to genuinely serve others, he must attend to his own needs. You can do something similar. Refuse to. He will always protect you. He wants you to love and be nice to others. He also wants you to protect your heart. This is because your heart is the source of all good things. Jesus is your guide and your protection. So, anything is totally acceptable. You should be able to protect yourself emotionally, physically, mentally. There are limits on publication. These limits are not cruel. It's crucial for keeping connections strong. Setting limits keeps you safe and helps you keep your faith strong. Approach challenging situations with compassion and honesty. In Ephesians 4 verse 15, Jesus tells us to speak the truth lovingly. Explain the impact their behavior has had on you if you feel the need to confront someone who has been using you. Stand firmly in your views while communicating from a loving place. People don't always realize the damage they do unless someone points it out to them. Face your situation with kindness and truth to create positive change. Even if it's hard. Let go of things you can't control. You have power over your own response, not others' actions. Jesus taught us to let go of what we can't change. Put your problem in his hands. He always knows how to He will handle things when the time is right. Don't be a victim because of the choices another person made. Release your worries to Jesus. That burden doesn't have to fall on you. Have faith that He will protect you, because Jesus is your shepherd. He will not leave you or your route unguarded. His feathers will cover you. You will be protected beneath His wings. As stated in Psalm 91 verse 4. You are protected and fortified by His constancy. Put your trust in Jesus, who will protect you from danger and guide you to a place of rest when situations go bad. He'll be there to support you. Trust Him to shield your emotions and lead you to recovery. Keep your heart open to God's love while guarding it as you go on. Keep in mind that Jesus does not want you to wallow in self-pity. Don't let the pain of what you've been through consume you. While He wants you to be open to His affection, He warns you to be careful of those who may take advantage of your trust. He has a way of bringing kind and unselfish people into your life. At this very moment, you may be experiencing excruciating suffering as a result of hurt or betrayal, hatred because of what has happened to you. While He wants you to be open to His affection, He warns that you should be wary of those who may betray your confidence. He has a way of bringing kind and unselfish people into your life. At this very moment, you may be experiencing excruciating suffering as a result of hurt or betrayal. On the other hand, remember that Jesus can cure you. When you let Him into your life, He may heal your heart and fill the spaces that other people leave behind. Psalm 34 verse 18 tells us that the Lord is close to the crushed in spirit and rescues those who are broken-hearted. Put your trust in Him. He will strengthen you so that you may overcome this challenge. You will learn to love wisely. He will heal your scars. Finally, have faith and be close to Jesus. Every one of us is deeply loved and cared for by Jesus. His message is a touching reminder of that. It is easy to lose sight of the little things, the peaceful times, the subtle reminders of His presence within the chaos of everyday life. Know that Jesus is with you at all times, watching out for danger and leading you safely through life's challenges. Even in your darkest hours, He knows your hopes, your goals, the weight of your responsibilities. Trust that no matter how difficult things become, He is guiding you. Always remember that Jesus is with you. Jesus can help you when you're going through hard times. He can help you feel better when you're sad. He can help you when you're having problems with other people. He can help you when you're worried about the future. He has good plans for you. He knows what He's doing. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, I have plans to help you and not hurt you. I have plans to give you hope. He is so dedicated to making sure you're okay that He made this pledge. Remind yourself that your future is not controlled by the decisions of other people. Whenever you feel disheartened or when you see that other people's activities are threatening to derail your path, keep close to Jesus because He will always be there to help, direct, and He will protect you. You will be able to handle life's difficulties and your relationships because He is with you. Have faith in unconditional love. This is a love that will always be there for you, cheering you on when you're feeling down, giving you strength when you're afraid, making you feel Jesus is there for you. He will make you feel better when you are sad. He will help you when you are worried. He will help you when you are in pain. He will help you when you are afraid. He will help you when you are alone. He will help you when you are worried about the future. He will help you when you are worried about your health. He will help you when you are worried about your job. He will help you when you are worried about your family. He will help you when you are worried about your friends. He will help you when you are worried about your home. He will help you when you are worried about your car. He will help you when you are worried about your money. He will help you when you are worried about your body. He will help you when you are worried about your mind. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He will help you when you are worried about your spirit. He will help you when you are worried about your soul. He